Have you ever heard that we all have a twin? I mean, I've run into folks that look like somebody I know. Never ran into somebody that looked like me, but they even have same mannerisms as the people you know. They walk like them, they dress like them. That's really weird. But something has really changed the game, right? Have you ever heard the term deepfake photography? Think about it. We're gonna talk about it. Hi, I'm Dr. Debbie Lassiter, the Executive Director and co-founder of the Convergence Resource Center. And I'm here with my colleague.
Hi, I'm Carla McKeever. I'm co-founder as well and CFO of Convergence Resource Center. And again, welcome back to the conversation.
Well, Carla, today we're going to be talking about deep fake photography, right? And so this is an artificial image, right? It's not even real. Or it could be a video, and it could be in a series of videos with a series of images generated by a special kind of what they call machine learning, where the machine kind of learns your mannerism, learns about you, and they put it into this deep learning, and the name is licensed, right? But it's deepfake photography. So there are two overviews of how this deepfake photography works. And we're going to talk about how it works. One of them is for the layperson, and the other one is for the technically minded. But I'm going to lean a lot toward the layperson. So what you're seeing here is you're seeing, let's say if I did deepfake photography, I've taken pictures of you, or I've had my AI, build your image. And let's say I want people to think that you ride bulls, even though you've never been on a bull. You don't ride bulls. You don't even like bulls. You've never been near one. But all of a sudden up on the internet comes you riding on a bull, you feeding and petting the bull, and you've never been there. That's deepfake photography. They can make you look like you've been doing anything. We got pictures of you with that bull. You're petting that bull. You're feeding that bull. You're riding that bull, but you've never been there. That is, in the short, what deepfake photography is. You want to talk about some of the prevalence and growth of it, Carla?
The exponential increase. The amount of deepfake materials shared online is vast, with deepfake files doubling in number every 6 months.
People are using it a lot.
So this is that AI. So it's like you can take someone's image and make it be whatever you want it to be and give it a tagline and say different things which are not true. And the picture's not even true. And you even have to take a second look because you go, I think it looks like me, but that's not me. I've never been there. I've never been what that picture is showing. It says millions of incidents. It says cybersecurity reports indicate that deepfake volumes reached an estimated 8 million files shared online globally. 8 million. That's insane. And that's a lot of that clickbait too, right? Where you think it's one thing and
it's something else.
And it's something else, right?
And they're also seeing a lot of fraud, especially in financial industry, because this deepfake photography is pretending to be you.
Right.
It's surpassed $1.1 billion.
Wow.
So we're not talking about little money here. We're talking about big money. Okay? So what are some of the common uses of the deep fakes?
Well, image abuse, based abuse, the overwhelming majority, it says like up to 96% of deep fakes are non-consensual sexual explicit images with disproportionately target and victimize women. So if people are being victimized by this, they're like, that's not even me, and look how it's showing me.
And so it can get a picture of you and make it look like you're doing anything. And that's why a lot of people shut down Facebook pages and stop putting their pictures out places.
Right.
Because of this deep fake photography. The fake photography and video is increasing, and it's being utilized in political propaganda. And you know, we call it fake news. It's social media and all this, where put people in places they never were and make it look like they're doing things they never did. And how's it used in entertainment?
It's generative AI is also used used harmlessly in film production. Digital de-aging actors. So some of these actors that have aged, it kind of pulls back the skin. Yeah. And by everyday creators for digital art. But yeah, it can. I think sometimes it'll show side by side pictures, like the real picture and the fake picture. And they'll say, "Oh, look at the work they've had," but really they haven't had any work. It's just camera. It's just the AI that has put this, given them a better view.
Well, let's look at some ways you can spot that deepfake photography. So one of them is anatomy flaws. Look for deformed hands, missing or an extra finger, or distorted and disproportionate facial features. And I know one thing they said, about the AI is that it can't get the eyes right all the time, because the eyes just look straight ahead or do something different than what a normal eye would do. But sometimes one hand is bigger than the other, or a tooth is in a space it shouldn't be, something like that. What's another one, Carla?
It's the lighting and shadows. Check whether shadows and reflections are physically consistent with the depicted light sources.
Okay.
If there should be a shadow, but yet it isn't. I think even though they're mentioning all these things, I think some of these things are hard to recognize right away. But you can maybe recognize them as you go on, as you learn it a little better.
Yeah.
Once you realize that, no, this might not be true. And I think even nowadays, we are asking questions more than we ever did.
And we have to.
Yes.
We have to.
More than we ever did.
These textual errors. So generative AI often struggles to spell words or create legible signage in the background of images. So it'll use the wrong word or spell the word wrong in a place where it should have been a no-brainer, because it really still is a software machine, right?
Right.
What about that digital metadata?
You can verify an image origin by using authenticity tools like Content Credentials Verify.
Yeah.
Website to check it if it has been marked by major tech companies. I remember when, I was going for my master's. I can't remember which, but when you're writing a paper, there's a tool that they can put in to see if those are actually your thoughts or if you've copied. So this seems like this Content Credentials Verify. Okay. That this is that. You can put it in there and it can tell you whether or not it's real or not real, or if it's been flagged prior. Because I think it might even be hard for it to be identified.
It is, because it's so good. I mean, I think there was just getting a little bit off topic here, is that there was a song that came out over the internet, and everybody loved the song, and I think the song even won an award at an award show, and turns out it wasn't even a real person, it was AI. So if it can be that realistic. So the criminals are using deepfakes largely for financial fraud, for extortion, saying, I'm going to send these pictures out of you doing this and you didn't even do it, and non-consensual sexual content. So they use the AI to clone voices or create synthetic likenesses. Scammers easily bypass biometric security. Now that one there concerns me, because you got people using their fingernail print, they're using their eye,
Right.
And so what they're saying here is this stuff can duplicate that. They deceive employees into wiring funds, trick victims into sending money by impersonating distressed family members.
Wow. Oh, yes, that's right, because, they'll call you and say, well, we have your son, and, here's a pit, they're showing you all this fake stuff.
Well, not only that, they'll call and say, "Mom, this is me. I'm in trouble. I need you to send me some money." And they're sending the money, and their kids coming home going, "What are you sending that money for? I'm right here." You know, but that's what it's doing. But the financial fraud scams, what are a couple of those?
So like email compromise. Fraudsters use cloned audio or deepfake video during business calls to impersonate executives and order fraudulent wire transfers. Always comes down to the money.
The money.
Voice cloning scams. Scammers use short audio clips pulled from social media to impersonate a relative in an emergency. The grandparent scam. Tricking victims into immediately sending money, which we just spoke on.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then the synthetic identity fraud, we talked about that. It's the fake and stolen identities. They're used to pass what they call liveness checks. So these are video selfies, okay, required by digital banks and governmental benefit programs. But the extortion and the blackmail, this is a big part of the money. The criminals weaponize synthetic media, weaponize it. We're weaponizing synthetic media to extort individuals and companies. So they're going for the big bucks. They're not just playing with the person, they're going after a whole company. What's the next one, Carla?
Is the non-consensual intimate imagery. The vast majority of deepfake creation involves swapping faces into adult videos. These images are then used to harass, humiliate, or extort the victim.
So you're going onto a porno site, grabbing something that's going on, getting somebody else's likeness and putting their face on there. You got too much time on your hands. And then the reputation sabotage. And this one we see a lot with people where criminals generate fake, compromising audio or video of executives or public figures threatening to release it publicly unless a ransom is paid. And this happens a lot in politics. You know, they say somebody did or said something that they didn't even do or say. And we got the video, because everybody's got their phone doing video, right? We got the video, but do you really have the video, or is that deep fake? You know, and deep fake is really, really good. I mean, when you see it, you really think you're looking at the person. So information manipulation and disinformation is another way that they use. You want to talk about that, Carla?
Yes. Market manipulation. Scammers use video impersonations of public figures to promote fraudulent investments. There's a lot of times you will hear like a movie star or someone like Oprah say, "No, that is not me. I am not promoting that."
I think one of the biggest ones happened with the lady who played the Woman King. And they were saying that she had done this study and involved in this on how to get rid of diabetes. And they were selling this product, and they had her talking and everything. And if you go to her webpage or her people, they say she has nothing to do with that. And they sold so much of it because they see that political figure as somebody they can trust. As somebody that they never put somebody up there that nobody likes, right?
No, it's a value again, because I'm still trying to get that money. I'm still trying to commit this crime, because that is what you're doing. You're committing a crime when you do this AI manipulation.
And one of the biggest one, I think, is that political disinformation, where they ruin a person's whole reputation with this political disinformation, saying that they said something they didn't say, or did something. You have people dropping out of political races completely because people have used this deep fake stuff. And then the identity theft and witness intimidation. Now that one I was surprised by, that they used it for witness intimidation by fabricating evidence. Isn't that something?
So how do you even know what to believe anymore?
You don't.
Yeah, that's it, right? You don't.
You don't. Because it used to say, believe what you see. But if it's deep fake, no.
You
so
can't
you really have to and check. We don't want to. We've gotten to the point now we don't want to talk to people. Even when you call somewhere for help or a company, or whatever, you're talking to a machine most of the time. But the only way you can get past deep fake is you got to talk to the people. If you see me on the deep fake, you see me doing something, good and well I don't do that, right? Or my character isn't even like that. Call me and ask me, did I do it? Call me and ask me, did I say it? I'll tell you, you know. But what we do, we see it, we believe it, we put it on the internet, and there it goes.
And then we share it.
Yeah.
And then the next person shares it.
Yeah.
And it
And
spreads.
it's out there.
Oh,
It's
my
out there.
goodness. It spreads like a...
And some people are real professional at it. That's all they do is the deep fake. So be careful, folks. Be careful. Carla, how can folks stay in contact with us or get in contact with us?
Well, they can get in contact with us at CRC. Contact us at convergenceresource.org, or you can go to our website,
.org.
Said it so many times.
It's a lot.
And then I'll be like, and also, once you go to our website, please subscribe to our newsletter. We have so much information out there, letting you know our upcoming events, also letting you know what we've been doing and what we are doing, what we're about to do. So I think it would be great if you subscribe to our newsletter. And also, don't forget to watch Joy 1340 on Mondays at 12:30 p.m. for Triumph Rising to get even more information, not just the things that we're talking about, different subjects.
Yeah.
So make sure you tune in, and we're glad that you've tuned in for us. And always, if I've said it already, just like and subscribe. Leave us comments. We will reply. Let us know if you like the subject, if you'd like to hear different things for us to talk about. We're always open for new subjects.
Absolutely. So we want to thank you guys so much, and we just want to ask you, please be careful. If you see something out of character about somebody or something, don't just believe it because you saw it on the internet. Check with the person. Give people the benefit of the doubt, because this thing is ruining people's lives. And so we just have to make sure that it's the real thing and not the deep fake. All right. Thanks for tuning in and having a little conversation.
The Convergence Resource Center provides comprehensive support services to women rebuilding their lives after trauma, with a focused emphasis on survivors of human trafficking and justice-involved women. Convergence Resource Center supports women on their journey of healing and restoration after trauma, with a special focus on survivors of human trafficking and women impacted by the justice system. For more information about the Convergence Resource Center and how you can get involved, visit us online at www.convergenceresource.org.